It's the first weekend in fall, and we have made the journey to Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes, because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Allen now looks to throw. Sliding it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better, and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win at playoff time.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Facing fourth down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Deep for the Bills is Brandon Condrington. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now this time, Allen will throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Allen to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
What's going on, guys? Me and the homies can trade your outfit.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here from 28 yards out. Prater's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. He's able to slither by. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here. And they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the counter, it's Henry. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he is caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down, Ravens.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
The tight end in motion right. Inside handoff, Henry. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 15 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Gets past one man. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to roll through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Allen going to throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Now Allen. This one complete to Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. 1st and goal.
That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Allen. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Namdi Matabike.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Two straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Touchdown!
Dalton Kincaid.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
It's Flowers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
That's complete, left side to Bateman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now, it's Henry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
6-yard line.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
On his loop for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He juked him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Third down and 1. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Up come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A short one there, caught by Likely. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st down, Ravens.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Henry up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Ravens 21.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. This is Coleman with the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. They hold him to only 2 there in the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
46-yard line.
This a 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd and 2. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Allen. That's caught right side by Palmer. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's another Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Cook is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 55 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. On his loop for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen looking deep downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think this will run away very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
45 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
At the 10-yard line.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Well, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Jackson now. And in for the Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and a couple.
To the air, Allen. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Allen to throw it. Completes it to Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now Allen again.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
To throw is Allen.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Now Allen.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, it
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Conversion.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing now is Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Jackson going to run again. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 54 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
On his loop for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now after the touchdown, loop back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now down by 15. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well. Throwing, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Allen. That's caught by Shakir. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.